Hi friends, my name is Bo Sanders and I want to invite you to go on a 13-week journey with me called The ABCs of Modified Theology. This September, October, and November, we're going to do 13 weeks, 26 letters of the alphabet. So 6 years ago, I developed the ABCs of Theology and it got a great response. Since then, I've been able to teach through it 4 times and I've even reblogged it once since then. But I've recently modified it. And I would love to invite you to engage these topics with me in a live, real-time dialogue through the 26 units. You don't need a theology degree or any degree at all to be a part of it. My hope is that anyone who's interested in such things can join in, and I try and break down any lofty concepts into digestible bites. So here's the basic idea. For each letter of the alphabet, I've picked 2 or 3 concepts that form complementing and contrasting lessons to open up a dialogue about some core concepts in contemporary theology. Each week, we'll cover 2 letters of the alphabet so that we can make it through the whole alphabet in 13 weeks. I'll email you the PDF a week ahead of time so that you can prepare, and I'll make an intro video to each letter and topic to invite wider conversation. Now, those who are available to meet, I'm hoping Thursday afternoons from 3 Pacific, 6 Eastern. We'll meet for an hour a week to have a lively 30-minute conversation about each of the letters. You can even email your reflections and they'll be integrated later. Then I'll take that conversation that we had and I'll modify the PDF as we go along. And at the end of the 13 weeks, all 26 PDFs will be assembled into an ebook that you will receive for free. We live in an amazing time where everything is being tweaked and updated, renovated, remixed, sampled, customized, and retrofitted. Theology is no different. The last 50 years have seen a wonderful growth in modified theologies from feminist to liberation, Black, contextual theologies, postmodern, Latin American, indigenous, womanist, Asian, African, Reformed, Neo-Orthodox, radical Orthodox, queer, and every imaginable combination. What used to be called normal theology is now required to be modified as well. What we used to call normal or regular theology we now classify as European or white or classical or patristic or traditional or Western or Enlightenment or American or fundamentalist or any number of helpful clarifications. Every theology is a modified theology. We never start in a vacuum and we never start with a blank slate. There is a givenness to theological reflection because it comes to us through the tradition as a gift. It's given to us. But ours will be doubly modified. I'm going to modify the PDF from 6 years ago from what I've learned in those years since, but then it'll be modified again after our Zoom and email conversations. So the schedule starts September 3rd with A and B. So A is for atonement, B is for baptism. It'll go like this through September and October, and it'll end November 26th with Y and Z. Each week there's a main theme and then 2 complementary or contrasting smaller concepts that will be. So like for instance, A is for atonement, but we also need to talk about adiaphora, this great concept from 500 years ago, and also the apophatic tradition. So A will be atonement, but then adiaphora and apophatic. And it'll go like that for all 26 letters. So here's how you can get involved. You can either email me at everydaytheology@gmail.com, or you can let me know on Public Theology or on the Facebook. Just let me know that you want to be involved. And then all I'm asking of you is, if you can afford to, give $13, $1 for each week we're going to do, or $26, $1 for every letter, or whatever you can do. Now, if that doesn't work for you, don't worry about it. I want you to be a part of this conversation. Anyone who's interested, I don't want that to be a barrier. It's just a suggestion. So I've set up a Venmo account, a Patreon account, PayPal, whatever's best for you. But I hope that you will plan to be a part of this 13-week journey, sort of crowdsourced experiment. I'm really looking forward to it and I would love to have you as a conversation partner.